as the person who doesn't have any fingers, had 100% of your body burned, you deal with people all the time. They don't know to shake your hand, to high five you, to elbow, to kind of fist bump you. What do you say? What can you offer to our audience for that?
Well,
weird question, but weird question.
Only answer from my perspective. I think all of us need to be loved and led differently. When I was a kid, I grew up like in a church sometimes where you would shake hands with folks around you. So it's called a sign of peace. And I remember one time, you always start with your family. So I got 5 siblings. That kept me busy for like 25 seconds. Then 2 parents, then sometimes a grandparent or 2. But eventually,
so you're clocking about a half a minute.
But dude, we got 30 more seconds to kill. So now I got to figure it out. Now it's the weird part where you meet strangers. And I shake a hand with a lady, then her son. Then I turn to the right, their dad, this bearded man, big eye. And I stick out my little hand. And this man stuck out his right hand, looks down at me, looks at my hand, pulls his hand back, and looks away. So I now turn around in church and I'm just different for the rest of the day. At the end of the day, my mom says to me, John, what's wrong? And I lie and I say everything's fine. But eventually she gets it out of me, as a parent sometimes can do. And she says to me, look at me. Next time you shake out your hand and someone starts to pull away, you reach out with your other hand, you pull them in, John. You don't let them get away. You're as good as anybody out there in life. Know that about you. So what I would say to you now is, when I see you, Seth, when I speak with your organization next, when I meet your clients next, and if they stick out their hand, I'm going to grab them with my right hand and then pull them in with my left, and they're not going to get away.
Yeah.
When you shine light into the darkness fades always. And so I kill with love now, and I hold them in. And I think what these folks know when I meet them in the marketplace is I'm so comfortable in my own skin that it frees them to be comfortable with that as well. And when you do that consistently and sincerely and authentically, what begins to happen is they become comfortable in their own skin, which may not be a physical thing, but it might be a divorce. It might be a bankruptcy. It might be abuse they faced. It might be a bipolar diagnosis with one of their kids. It might be cancer in one side of the family and Parkinson's in another. When I'm done speaking, the most common thing I hear from folks is, John, it's nothing like your story, but, and then they roll. And then that person leaves the line. The next one comes up and they say, it's nothing like your story, but. And to put a bow on this, there's a spiritual teacher named Henry Nouwen who wrote that what is most personal and private is most universal and sacred. So the very thing you think makes you less than everybody else is the very thing actually that draws them into the conversation.
Right. It's almost like the preface is, I don't want to call it an discomfort or an insecurity, but it's like, actually, their story is like your story.
For sure.
It's just that it might not be 100% and 1%. It's some other characteristic, right? But the story, we're all like in that grappling and what we're, working through. It all has that same texture of growth and learning and darkness and light. And just, it's so inspiring.